got to say, as a financial planner, I think superannuation is a fantastic way to prepare for retirement. But as an economist, I have to say this is just not the appropriate time to take consumer spending power out of the economy, just when the numbers are really looking good, Laura. And I think the Treasurer would definitely want to wait to see how the economy goes in the first 6 months. Of course, the budget's in May. There'd be a perfect time to actually monitor how the economy is going. But even waiting till then, I think the bottom line is they know they want 2021 to be a strong growth year. If you get a strong growth year, that $213.7 billion projected budget deficit could be cut in half of a really strong growth. So I just think that it's win-win from an economics point of view, and that's why the Treasurer would be giving the thumbs up to the idea of delaying the increase in the super. And all these stories around, if you delay it, you'll never increase it. That is a speculation. You can play catch up in super. Lots of people turbocharge their super in their last 10 years before retirement by using non-concessional contributions. This is just something, and I think Labor really needs to break away from the industry super groups and show that they're prepared to back workers who really want wage rises, not superannuation increases at this point in time in their life cycle.
Look, I thought it was a little bit dangerous, the wording in this report that suggested that the increase in super, the guarantee, actually benefits high-income earners because they can then make better use of these concessions that are offered. But of course, they can make better use. It's a scalable thing here, superannuation. If you earn more, you put more into super. That's why it's a percentage of your wage.
Yeah, I think the bottom line is this. There's two ways you can look at this. If you give money to a lower income person, they'll spend most of it. So that's good for the economy. You give more to a wealthier person, they will save it and invest it and effectively increase their wealth. And I think that's probably the argument they're pointing to. Not that there's some sort of discrimination towards wealthy people, but I think that they just perceive it as being it's like pin money for a wealthy person who would purely use it to become even wealthier. Where on the other hand, the lower income person will use the money to have a better material life here and now. I think that's probably the two main important arguments.
Yeah, absolutely. Perhaps I've just got an eye to where I think all the politics is going in all of this rather than the economics, which make a lot more sense here, Peter Switzer. Now, before I let you go, Richard Branson has lost half of his share of Virgin as the airline gets ready to reboost and rejuvenate.
Yeah, because really Richard had he wasn't holding any trump cards going into this negotiation with Bain taking over Virgin. He used to have 10% of the company, and basically that was a payment for using the Branson Virgin name. It's interesting that both Branson and Trump are very similar in the sense that they've franchised their name on so many brands right around the world, and this was an important part of Virgin Australia, using the Virgin brand. But because Virgin doesn't have any power anymore, they've been cut from 10% down to 5%. Richard is basically saying he's happy with that, but he had no bargaining power, and that's part of the reason why he's been reduced. On the flip side, Bain needed the Virgin name because they've invested a whole lot of brand power to become a rival of Qantas. But I do think Qantas is probably very comfortable with the competitive environment that's going to be going forward.